Hey everyone! Today's video is all about easy DIY home projects that you can complete in a weekend. These projects don't require many tools, supplies, or time. Be sure to stay tuned until the end. I will be sharing plenty of styling ideas too. If you enjoyed this video today, I would truly appreciate it if you gave it a like and subscribe to my channel. It truly helps out my channel so much. Now let's go ahead and get started. This first project is a topiary, and there are a couple of different supplies that you will need to make this. All of these supplies I either had at home already or I was able to thrift. I found this false craft tureen a while ago, but it was missing the lid. I believe I only paid $8 for it. I also thrifted the grapevine wreath. All I did was remove the stems that were on the wreath. I started by adding some floral foam to the bottom and secured it with some museum wax. Next, I cut apart a wire hanger and I used that to secure the wreath in the tureen. I topped that with some Spanish moss to cover up the hanger. You could use any type of greenery you wanted for the wreath. I just happened to have these stems in my basement already, so I decided I was going to go ahead and use those for this project. I cut the greenery stems down just a little bit so they were a little bit shorter and easier to work with. When I style my wreaths, I just tuck my stems inside the vines. That way, if I ever want to change them out, I have the ability to do so and they are not permanent. For an added cottage touch, I added in some dried baby's breath, and I also added this really pretty striped ribbon. You could certainly style this without the ribbon if bows are not your thing. Artwork is one of the easiest projects you can do with thrift store frames. You can find some really good quality frames, and usually all they need is a little bit of paint. I painted this frame in the color Accessible Beige and then found a new print. To keep projects like this affordable, I use the public domain to find my prints. I click on the Images tab and then use keywords like vintage landscape paintings and scroll until I find a scene that I like. Once I do that, you click on More Details at the bottom and then Download, and you want to download the print in full resolution. The image will then pop up and you can add it to your photos and print it at home. I always print my images on watercolor paper to make them look more like an authentic painting. I use painter's tape to adhere my print to the backing, so if I wanted to add a holiday print, I can, but I loved this plum still life and thought it would be beautiful for the holidays. Stay tuned, we will be using this piece in an upcoming styling here in just a bit. I mentioned last week that when I am thrifting, I'm always hunting for glass vases that I can use as cloches. I tried to find shapes that resemble a bell-shaped cloche, and this one with the scallop detail at the bottom caught my eye. I just add an inexpensive glass knob to the top. I use hot glue, so if you ever wanted to remove the knob, you could. This is an inexpensive way to add glass cloches to your home. These are some of my favorite pieces to style, especially with the holidays coming up. I haven't shared my entryway in a while, so I thought we could style some of the pieces here today. I am starting with a large book as my base and then adding in the topiary. I thrifted this picture easel for $2 a while ago and I use it all of the time. I am adding in the new framed print. I was just thinking ahead to the holidays a bit, and I thought that this beautiful lace spool from a friend of mine on Instagram would be perfect for Christmas, and it also looks lovely in this everyday styling as well. Like I said, as I was styling my entryway, I did have the holidays in mind, and I thought that these pieces would transition really nicely into holiday decorating. I filled the glass cloche that I made with a bunch of different twine spools. To complete the look, I am adding in this blue and white plate with a little picture under the bell glass cloche. So believe it or not, all of these items for this next project I already had in my home, and I just pulled them together to make this easy tiered tray. I have 2 thrifted candlesticks and 2 of the heritage white false craft plates, one in a dinner size and then one in a salad plate size. I did use a measuring tape to try my best to center the candlestick on the plate, and then I just hot glued them in place. I wanted to take just a minute to thank all of you for your patience as I worked out my upload schedule. I did make an announcement over on my YouTube page that right now I'm not able to commit to a firm day of the week. I will still be uploading weekly videos, and I will do my best to make sure to make an announcement each week so you know when to expect the video. My friend gave me this glass dome and I love how it looked added to the top, but you could certainly style it without. I can't resist the opportunity to add a bow to something because, well, I love how pretty and cozy they make a styling feel. If bows aren't your thing, you can totally skip this part. I made a quick fabric bow by tearing an old curtain apart and then just tying it to the top. I love the pop of red these frosted apples add to my kitchen, which are also perfect for the holidays, but I really love the red against the bright white plates. More and more, I am leaning into creating handmade pieces for my home. Do they always turn out perfect? Well, not exactly, but I do enjoy curating a home with one-of-a-kind pieces. Hand-making decor is the perfect way to keep decorating your home affordable and also charming because these are pieces that will be unique to you. I wanted to share this quick little project. My friend found this picture thrifting for me, and the print was absolutely adorable, and all I did was give the frame a quick coat of paint and then add that really cute striped bow. I first styled the print on my counter in this little picture easel, but I ended up deciding to add it to the side of my cabinets in my breakfast nook. I used some command strips to attach it so that it wouldn't damage the cabinet. Our last project today is going to be this picture frame shelf that my friend picked up for me at a yard sale for just $1. I love the wood tone, so all I did was order a print for it. I Mod Podged the print and then cut out a back for the frame using a cardboard box that I had. This is going to go up in our water closet in our primary bathroom. I don't know about you all, but I find these tiny spaces very difficult to style sometimes, and I thought this little piece would add some charm and personality in here. In this week's Cozy Chats, I wanted to share a quote with you. It is always my hope that you find inspiration not only for your home here on my channel, but also for yourself too. I had mentioned that in this week's video, I would be sharing some staple holiday decor pieces, but I decided to hold off until next week for that video. So next week, we will chat about some of my favorite holiday staple pieces, and I have a few new items to share with you as well. As always, I hope that you got some inspiration for your home. If you are new here, I hope that you will subscribe and stay a while. I look forward to seeing you all next week.